What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Let's Play .hack.gu Volume 2. Are we going to play the game this time? I think we're actually going to play a video game for the first time in this Let's Play. No, we walked around and stuff, but now we're going to be going to an actual area here. Why are we going to an actual area? I forget. I completely forget. I found out not too long ago. Oh, that's right. We're going to Moontree. So we're not playing an area. We're just doing more story. My bad, guys. That's what you get when you wait for your previous recording commentary to finish processing, and then go do other things and come back to this when it's done.
I'll handle the negotiations, so just act appropriately and try to get on their good side.
Act appropriately.
It seems that for whatever reason, Zelkova has taken a liking to you.
So we're here to negotiate Moontree's help in figuring out this AIDA situation. And Yata's off talking to Zelkova right now about it. And he sent me and Pi to talk to the rest of his crew. I'm not really sure why we need to do both. And can't remember, but is Zelkova actually here? Because that would make even less sense. Please at least make enough sense for Zelkova not to be here, because he's off talking with Yata. Nope. Zelkova's here. Okay, then.
I bid you welcome.
Thanks, lady.
Haseo, welcome!
Thanks, kid.
Have you had the chance to read the email from our guildmaster? His name is Master Yata.
Oh, was that all Yata was doing? Just sending an email?
Every word. Good. Then I would like to discuss the investigation of the system abnormality.
You're beating around the bush. Why not try telling us directly what it is you want?
I don't know what you mean.
Wasn't she about to?
Perhaps this will clarify things. I'm saying that perhaps you should consider bowing down and gracefully begging us to help you with your desire to escape from the AIDA server.
Wow, fucking rude.
Members of GU.
Sakaki, what the hell? That was so uncalled for.
That is, GU members are conducting an investigation of AIDA, are you not?
Some secret.
Lol.
Mr. Sakaki, I'm quite surprised by... I was not aware that anything like that was going on.
Wait, what? Then what did the email from Yata say? None of this makes any
I
sense.
should keep it to myself until I was able to confirm it, as it was uncertain information. However, it would appear that it was not far off the mark.
Now, this is no time to be fighting each other. Although our positions may be quite different, our intentions are the same. Am I wrong?
Yeah, so if you remember last time we were here,
Falsehood in my devotion to country.
not all of these unit leaders were present, but they're all here now.
Let's cooperate with Haseo and his friends.
They don't all have, you know, significance,
After
but
all, we do have to escape from here eventually.
they are all present. And that was one of the characters that wasn't here before.
Then we shall follow your direction.
His name's Nala. He's
Naturally, we have
relevant
no
for a
intention of
while.
letting GU public, rest assured.
Thank you. So, what exactly is it that you would like us to do?
Man, Yata didn't even email you that either.
The place in which we are all trapped is not within a CC Corp server. You must try to think of it as if someone sent us all to a mirror server and then isolated it.
So then, that would be the AIDA server.
Yup.
Our objective is to find the many seams which exist inside this AIDA server.
Seams?
Yes. We would like you to help us find phenomena that would normally be impossible to find in the world.
Data irregularity. In other words, you'd like us to find a bug.
That's right.
Very well. We'll take our units, split up, and search the different areas.
Which ones? All of them.
Do my best for Master Sakaki. Don't go out of your way just to get Master Sakaki's attention. Do you people get that?
Whoa, whoa. Getting a little scary there, pansies. Well, Sakaki has decided to cooperate with you. No need to worry about a thing. I'll help you out.
I may as well do some work myself.
Everyone, don't forget to
I hate how Nala says that as if, like,
Now, let's
it
go.
wasn't an order from his guild. But that guy, Hiragi,
Very well.
I guess he's like some transgender player that's in love with Sakaki. In other words, he's like another Sakubo. Not quite like Sakubo, but character-wise, his only trait is being in love with Sakaki and
How does
worshipping
it know
Sakaki and
about AIDA and GU?
getting very aggressive towards anybody that talks to Sakaki. So,
Honestly, do you realize
I hope you all liked Saku, because now there's another one.
orders from Master Yata? Although it's not certain, an area with faint AIDA signals has been found. We'll meet up with Kuhn and conduct a thorough investigation of Delta Galloping Settled Desert.
Yay! Gameplay. Let's go play a video game. Not totally excited my first party is with Pi and Kun, but whatever. Yeah, nothing against Pi or Kun. I guess I'm still a little sore that we had to go into the final battle with the two of them. Wasn't really an issue or anything, but I don't know. You had Adelie as a healer throughout most of the first game, and then having her suddenly be unavailable for the final battle, and forcing two characters that were mostly unavailable throughout the whole game to be in the final battle, it's kind of rubbed me the wrong way.
They're here.
Who are you?
We're searching for the
I
criminals.
love how uninterested he sounds.
All over this world.
If we PK everyone, we should be able to find the culprits sooner or later, right?
And once we do, we can finally return to our own world and be done with this place. Tough break, guys.
That is sound reasoning.
Serious. So you're PKing because you couldn't handle the anxiety.
I think they're PKing just because they're PKing.
That's it. No mistake here. These guys are definitely the culprits. Get them!
AIDA server.
Bring it on!
What a crazy place. So I don't think I really showed it off too much, but in the previous episode where we were all talking to people, there was one PC that said her friend was PK'd and she can't get a hold of her, and it kind of implied that she became a lost one. So to go from that to fighting all of these Kestrel PKs in this area and having no problem taking them out just kind of seems like, I don't know. I'd like a little more knowledge about what happens if you die in the game now that they never really talk about. I can only assume they take the Tsukasa route from .hack sign and they'll just, you know, get respawned somewhere.
Guys just now were PKers from Kestrel, right?
They were.
This is bad.
It did say Kestrel
Everyone's
PC.
starting to panic and go crazy in the different areas.
Then we better hurry and find a solution before things get much worse. Come on, Haseo. Let's go.
So, it sucks because GU Volume 1 had such limited amount of areas, varieties you can go to. There was one field and 2 different dungeon types. The field could have 3 different weather effects, I guess, but it was still one field. So in GU Volume 1, they introduce a new field, and it's this fucking boring, rocky cliff desert area. I don't know what you want to call it. But it's still like a new field, and it's like they send you here first in this cloudy, dreary, you don't even hear the background music setting. It's even when they introduce new areas, it's so underwhelming. Like, I wouldn't blame anyone if they didn't even realize this was a new area, to be quite honest. But yeah, it's a level 43 area, which I was kind of surprised about, because I feel like in my past couple of playthroughs of GU, I always maxed out my characters to level 50. That was the max level you can get to in Volume 1. And I guess maybe it's a good idea not to do that, because when you start the new game, then you're in about 7 levels worth of, like, it's gonna be like 7 levels before your areas start to catch up to you, and you'll be gaining decent experience or challenges. So it's good we're here where we're at right now. I don't do that for this volume. Unfortunately, the post-game boss did require me to level up to 100. So Volume 3 actually kind of... Volume 3 was a little weird in terms of leveling, and I couldn't really tell if it was because of, you know, I was at a higher level than was necessary, or if, you know, characters just weren't giving as much experience. Because, the main game doesn't really bring you as far as the other two, or maybe that's just because I started off at level 100. I don't know. We'll talk more about that when we do Volume 3. For anyone just joining or that may have forgotten as well, this is all post-commentary. I haven't done a Let's Play in a very long time, and I thought it would be easier for me to just do post-commentary, especially with a game as long as GU. It's AIDA! These boring, generic, bubbly black spots that don't really feel like a computer virus at all. Oh, good. Isao gets to say his little spiel to summon his avatar again. That's... I hate when Isao just... It's like, come on, I'm right here. I wish he'd just, like, freaking transform already and get a move on. This kind of seems dumb as he struggles with it. But... yeah, the Avatar fights are back. Avatar fights continue to remain a big part of the GU series. In case anybody was wondering if it was something that was gonna, you know, hold on for later games, because you never know. You never know if they decided to just scrap them at the last minute, but I'm glad they kept them in. I do like Avatar fights. I feel like they definitely help break up the monotony of GU, even though the battles themselves may just kind of be monotonous, because all it really boils down to is avoid enemy attacks while constantly pelting them with bullets until they're stunned. Then you get up close and slash until their health is gone, and then you data drain them. But yeah, that's an Avatar battle for you. We don't really get a challenging Avatar battle for a little while, I'd say. I'm trying to remember when the first one is. I think it's more like midway through the game. You'll notice though later on that Hisayo's avatar changes appearance once he gets his job extension and becomes like how he originally was at the start of Volume 1 before getting data drained.
A short mail. It's Nala from Moontree.
How'd you get this number? Come to the Beast Temple. That's like always what it is. Whenever you go to an area, it's always to like someone will be waiting for you at the Beast Temple. And that's like one of the things that gets like super monotonous about Dot Hack in general, about always needing to meet at the bottom of the dungeon. Like, I get like gameplay wise that's probably the best thing to do, but I don't know. I wouldn't mind if there were more situations where it's like, can you come to an area to talk? And you go there and you can't find them, and it's like, oh well, maybe they're at the bottom or something like that. Like, give me more of like a reason why we're meeting at the bottom of this temple if we needed to talk and we couldn't do it in person in a town or in an email, but had to like go to like some bizarre remote location to do so. That would have been better. Or maybe even just, like, go to an area and they're there waiting for you already, and, you know, since there are a lot of areas that don't really provide much experience that you are required to go to, you know, leave it up to the player if they want to explore it or not. So, one thing that I noticed while playing Volume 2 was that they changed the sound effects for, a lot of your attacks when you do a Rengeki, and I wasn't a fan of that because I really liked the sound effects in Volume 1, and they were like crisp, like, sounds, and now they're just a lot more subtle, I guess. Yeah, I figured I'd leave in the fights for this area since they're all PKs, and, you know, we don't really get to fight against other players that much, so I figured, and it's the start of the Let's Play too, as well. Last time I, you know, I showed off new enemies you would fight, but I mostly cut out most battles. You know, left a little bit of the intro and a little bit of the ending in. But, I don't know, maybe I'll try to mix it up a little bit this time, because since we are exploring, like, the same areas over and over and over again, I feel like that gets arguably just as or more repetitive than fighting the same enemies over and over and over again. So I don't know, maybe I'll mix it up this time and just leave battles in and cut down on the showing off the areas, since the areas are, like I said, very repetitive. Like, how many times did we go through that cave dungeon and just like go down the same frickin' hallway with the same characters over and over and over and over and over and over again? Yeah, maybe I'll switch it up a little bit. I don't know, I haven't really decided yet, because the battles themselves can get pretty repetitive as well. Especially when they're, like, the same enemies over and over and over and over.
I'm afraid I have no idea. I just arrived here myself, but you can hear voices coming from inside.
I think we should go find out who's inside the temple.
Thanks, Aseo. Yeah, GU's pretty handholdy. They always remind you what you need to do, in sometimes more than really necessary. Well, always more than necessary, but sometimes it gets, like, legit obnoxious. Ovan! Gabi! What?
Gabi? But why would Kestrel's guildmaster be...
Ovan!
Why would Kestrel's guildmaster be Ovan?
Oh, it's you!
Ovan, why are you here?
I wonder.
I like how Gabi put a smiley. He's such an asshole.
I suppose you could say I was just talking with an old friend. Ovan and I once pledged eternal brotherhood to each other.
It's like I care.
I'm not sure I can believe
Answer me,
Ovan doing
Ovan.
such a thing.
What are you doing here?
It's too mysterious for all that.
What?
I'm searching for a way to escape from the AIDA server. After all, I don't plan on being here forever.
Fair enough.
Is that not your ultimate objective as well? As members of GU?
But how? I want to know how you know about GU. Who told you? What is it that you want?
Please, calm down, Master Haseo. I assure you that our objective, and his, is to investigate the AIDA server and to use that information to escape. In other words, we are all comrades in arms, and there's no reason for us to fight amongst ourselves.
Investigator? Honestly, Yata is just wasting our time.
What do you mean?
He already knows the means by which we could escape.
What are you saying?
Am I wrong, Pi?
Pi. When Yata orgasmically said "wondrous world," was I right?
There should be an operation folder somewhere.
Operation folder?
I guess. I don't know enough about computers, I'm just rolling with
Unified
it.
head manages the entire system that makes up the world. If one could control it, one could then make it possible to send character data to a regular server.
Sure, why not?
Yata is the longtime leader of Project GU. Naturally, he would know everything about the world. There is no way that he would not be aware of the operation folder.
Hi! Is that true? Did Yata really know about all this?
That's...
Tell us the truth, Pi. Did that ass really know about the existence of the operation folder and not tell us?
That ass.
We didn't have any proof. That's why Master Yata...
Proof? Can we afford to take time to look for something like that?
Man, Ovan, you just love stirring the pot.
We don't know the dangers.
Is there any place in this entire world without danger?
Yeah, we just killed a bunch of people and sent them into comas.
Tell you about the folder. Perhaps it's because he never had any desire at all to escape.
Aren't you supposed to be his friend, Ovan? Why are you throwing him under the bus?
In this game, fear, sorrow, anger, confusion. This server is filled with such intense feelings. Now, what better place could there be to observe AIDA's caustic effects on players and their characters?
So AIDA's kind of like
Yes, that's
the original series
This is his
Phase's
ideal.
original intents, then. To observe how real people deal with different feelings.
Guinea pigs? Neither you nor Yata ever had any intention of saving Adelie, did you?
Haseo, listen.
Shut up! What kind of lie are you gonna tell me now? Using people like they were nothing. Telling them whatever they want to hear. Do you want to know what I think about that? Haseo! Don't stop me, Coon!
Stop it. There'll be no hope for Adelie if we fight each other here. Nevertheless, I agree with you, Haseo.
Coon.
We're going back to the Serpent of Lore to confirm this with Yata. We'll talk after that.
Ovan. So, you know Yata too?
Yes, he's an old friend.
Don't have much nice things to say about him. You know him too, Gabi?
We will meet again, Haseo.
This is ridiculous. Everyone's always hiding something from me.
I'll continue with the investigation then.
Thanks, Nala.
All right, let's go.
So just for the record, and I could be completely wrong and I'm forgetting something important, but I don't know why Gabi was here. I don't think he has another role in this story, like, again, until, like, the very end when everybody comes together and fights against, you know, the last boss stuff. But, like, in terms of what he was doing with Ovan, I don't think that had anything to do with anything at all. And You know, that was one of the many things that I'd forgotten about GU and was wondering what's the purpose of that? Because in the Volume 1 next episode segment, when you hear all the different characters saying different things, you hear Gabi specifically say, "This is Aida's observation room!" And it makes it seem like he knows more than he does, and he does, because that's just what kind of character archetype he is. But that's it with him. I don't think he has another actual role in this plot again. So, don't wonder too much about what Gabi has to do with Ovan. I'm pretty sure that's the extent of it. Not sure why it's there. Kinda bugged, because I think Gabi is a cool looking character, and I was hoping there would be more of him in GU. There isn't, really. So, whoop-de-doo. Next time on Let's Play .hack GU, let's go yell at Yata. See you later.